This is the biggest fuck up of all time. Okay, I'm just gonna give it to you straight. Literally, if you didn't know the channel, if you've been heavy fans of my channel, literally, I also have a second wife that's named Annette. Literally, that I met in Dublin, literally back when I was, not searching for Abby, back when, Abby was within my grasp, but, back when I loved the Dublin Mall, in general. Pleasanton, the Starridge Mall, literally, and when I was making the Valentine's Day special, I was doing work over there, I was making babies like a motherfucker because, I was working hard, literally, and then, the girl of your dreams, the post star of your dreams, literally, Fatima, etc., literally were all up in there. They have good shit in them all. They have, Legos. They have, everything, Now, let's get to the deal breaking video. Literally, I wasn't getting cocky before Alpha and Omega. I didn't know that they could flip the teal. Because the truth is, because I had, Danette, and I had the whole Filipino community, I'm actually running a whole business here. So I thought about all that literally concise, make sure that I had a wife with the same name as my mom before I pushed my mother. And, it really infuriated me, when people weren't acting mature and people weren't actually, taking the advice, that may be the medical at the end of the day. But just like, Melody Octavio, I will prevail. So, let's get straight to this shit. I'm afraid to watch Ugly Bae because of Sydney. No, but Sonny's voice is involved. I'm gonna say it again. Literally, he's afraid to watch Ugly Bae because of Sydney. But to be all honest with you, in Japanese, Ginyu means milk. Okay, the same with butter, like butter. Do you understand? The Chester Chill man loves crack. Okay, so anyway, it's a big update on my channel. Literally, I've been, Orochimaru with the lab with Vanessa for a long time. But what's also, very exclusive for my channel that you didn't know is that over at the Sounds Day Theater, I chose a yellow Laffy Taffy to symbolize the anarchy society that might be in Fortress. Literally, if people were from 611, spying through a droid. And the thing that I, have been recognizing a lot more, recently, is that people are taking it too slow for comfort. And animes nowadays and shit, like their apocryphy diaries. If you didn't know yesterday, I got extremely pissed off yesterday to a point where I almost burned the planet because there are two AMVs. Diary of Jane, Breaking Benjamin. What happened was, I made the new AMV for Apocryphy Diaries with Diary of Jane, and they blocked that motherfucker literally. They also did on top of, a new song that I got from the Blood, that has Jay-Z and DMX, and they have Blue Lock too, and then Black. I had two hype things for Friday that I blocked yesterday. With the, Noble Secrets of Domestic Bonds literally with, the toaster oven gets, painted, colors. Even if you approve of martial arts, literally, shit got on the toaster oven, and it was a fucking little mini DiGiorno, literally. I put it in the toaster oven, literally, then, UT downstairs called it out, literally, instead of, literally, you have to, watch, the shit, literally. So what I did this morning, literally, is I popped in two brown Pop-Tarts like Bim Bam, I'm like, fuck it, literally, with the fucking, Charmeleon, that used to be cool, fucking, I just can't stand it anymore. Young Akaza literally has been out, of commission. I might see it Jujutsu Kaisen, but, I'm gonna have to see it in AMC. But, the truth of the matter is this. I just beat my brother recently in golfing. Literally, while I was playing this stupid shit from Takaichi called Curry. It looks like the pastor's uncle, literally, where he's fooling everybody. And I actually, barely beat my brother. And then, I kind of looked at golf this morning. I'm like, this is a bad morning. I kind of like golf this morning, but the Ugly Bae seasons are almost off Netflix. I think I'm a grown man. Literally, fucking only the first season was impactful, but the other two seasons are important for what happens because literally, I was wondering what the villain is the whole fucking time, but then literally all of a sudden the villain is Alexis. You get what I'm saying? Not the actual Alexis in the show, but the one that looks like Tyra Banks that resembles Alexis's complexion. Okay, and so if you didn't know. I've been through some revelations of being popular. Like CM Mac Montez was the most popular guy back when I was in high school. And what happened was they called him the day we were supposed to graduate. Literally, he wasn't there. Everybody started laughing at him. But then all I thought about was his benefit. All I thought about was Brenda. Literally, how he was hugging and kissing her like this. Literally, I did not, get girls in high school, but I got them when I was 20, when their keys are twice as big. That is a big revelation, and take it for what you want. I know that literally, gangsters cheat when they're in an imaginary meeting, and the truth of the matter is this, when autistic Lily people say that Lily, I want your back, this is not I want people, to love me, to want my back, Lily, that's some literal real shit. Because, how else, can somebody, have something obvious not being a high school graduate and fall back into fucking quality. Literally, why is he torturing his mom doing this and that? Literally saying, take it slow, this and that, when the guy's an actual drug dealer. It's true, nobody listens to coordination, nobody want to listen to this and that. I love this Barbie Cup, by the way. And, I've been, repping Zarbon and salsa, all day. The petit le plus, I can do a whole lot, screw this fucking planet, I can blow it up, nah, like a girl's ass, like a fucking reveal a girl's ass so big it can blow up the fucking planet. But, in all seriousness, then that is cool. Literally, I met her at Cinnabon, literally when I was in Dublin. And, I had the strategy literally when I was younger. Literally, don't give the girl all the way. Just say hi and bye, literally. So, like you when you're a rapper, when you're on the radio. And it worked like a charm, but, what most things work like a charm. Why the police are mad at me? Because of those strategies, because I structured my life, this is that. Because I have Erica, literally. I like, literally, how you made your personal needs, man. How you play in society with no emphasis, and this and that. And also, a good fact of my child is my brother used to watch Beelzebub. Beelzebub is a very funny anime that serves a purpose. What fact is? Fact is, things by itself with no emphasis, okay? So if I give you a point after point, literally, and you call it out and you try to be adjacent, literally, that means I can follow you. You know why? Because I'm giving you, literally, something that's, spontaneous on paper, literally. So if you try, do anything, and that's the problem with adjacency, is that you're calling out shit like, when I was younger, they're watching Cars Scream. And, Alex, the guy with the blue joints, literally, he brought his girlfriend over, not the one that you took from me or anything. And then Michael's all like, I don't want to watch this shit, I want to watch Samurai Champloo. Literally, and then on the outside, he found it boring. Literally, but they still get the concept. You see, that's the whole thing about feelings, and going outside and being athletic. And it's really great shit. I know I look ugly as fuck at the beginning, like David Banner. So I'm trying, to keep the David Banner shit going. This game, not working, 100% at 30. So let me tell you what the game is at 30. The 30 is, both adjacent and soccer at the same time. Since I did earn Vegeta, Vegeta, it's a morally gay principle, but not know the way I'm repping it, so, Scout just says that you are gay, so you have to understand. The game is working with no money, and that's no go, okay? Literally, so, ever since they took off Prada Nada, it's been fucking crazy, so I knew, ever since, literally, you try to fool with Prada Nada, they do it with my mom all the time with white people shrimp, literally, they bring up black and white people, a whole bunch of white people, literally, throwing spears and shit, literally, it's still not better than my Prada to Nada. You know why? Because it's the 4. I know 4 is what the universe revolves around. Literally, so you can try to do that, I know they're got, for the proportions, how 2 versus 8 goes, 8 is more proportion. And a single mother has more proportion, but the younger child has more qualities. It's always how, DV goes. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Ronnie all day, fucking, and speaking of, Big Al, the porcupine elephant did go viral. But, as I accept reality day by day, Zori, 669, I'm expecting her to get married, okay? So, the same thing with Alexia, Sky Islam, she just got engaged on Facebook, along with, and, Tatiana Lily brought a bag from Safeway. How, Lily, I had that whole, thing at Safeway, Lily, and now, they want to fool me that's as well. That whole Afghan neighbor literally fucking, when I confessed this and that, he let me escape saying that, and that's the awesome part, that's why you can escape now, but you can fight the charges later. And it's not an absolute fight, I still follow you, but you can, lessen, this part and that part, and what happened was, literally, since I could pay him, since he did way more, what ended up happening is like, in order to make you feel retarded and stop the cards, we had to use NASA. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I'll always remain in one reality. This is why, literally, when you try to stay silent, it doesn't work to me. In fact, I'm so mature, literally, I think that staying silent is purple. That's all purple to me because, I've had to accept, throughout the years. And also, if you didn't know, literally, I had a thing with Robert Russo, my favorite, partner. Literally, when we got summer school together, we had so many fucking one-liners, literally. And we now do this thing where, we're not only his vest. It's really good, but, this is just a tricks update, literally. Have a good time.